and I knew I wasn't supposed to, but I heard noise back there, and nobody was in the house, and I opened that door, and they were burning a guy's tattoo off. Like, he was screaming. They burned it off with the
Because he had to get rid of their ink.
Yeah, he couldn't wear their patch anymore, so they either cut it off or they burn it off with the tire. No, the tire. The tire of the motorcycle, burn it off with that.
Built by the rested, you can't tell me nothing. Built by adversity, led by carrots. Everybody doubted me, now everybody proud of me. I swear to God, I'm gonna be everything I wanna be. Built by
What's going on, y'all? It's your favorite podcast. Your boys from Built by the Red Stick are back in the studio with another fire episode coming to you. Ronnie LeDuff playing the air guitar. Michael Oakley. They know what to do.
They already know what to do.
They know what to
You gotta
do.
tell them all. But you still tell them.
I'm still going to tell
Yeah,
them. But you
for
think
sure.
they can guess?
Surprise them.
Smash the subscribe.
Come on now, bro. You didn't even know that shit was coming.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, Kick.
I did my dance one time on TikTok and went viral with it.
We got our Patreon. What are you
Lord.
built by Patreon? You can go be a top tier member, get your little name shout out.
How much is the top tier?
I think it's like $10.
$10.
Yep.
$10.
And what you get?
You get you get a free shirt.
Okay.
You get early access.
And what's that? Like early, like 24 hours?
24 hours.
Oh, I need it.
So episode come out on Friday, you get it Thursday.
Thursday.
Before all your friends see it,
Bet.
you get to see it.
Can they like log into your phone and see it too?
Nope, it's
Bet.
just you.
So we got it.
And most importantly, you get your name shout out.
Yeah.
Man, we got both Rebeccas.
Come on now.
You know what's crazy?
Then we got them both here today.
One of the Rebeccas we about to interview.
Yes, Lord.
We got both Rebeccas. We got Blaine.
Yeah.
We got Caitlin M.
Yeah.
We got KDG.
Yeah.
We got Mama O. Oh, almost called her by her name. We got Mama O, and we got Marky O. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
We appreciate y'all.
Yes, indeed.
Go.
Man, got another episode coming to y'all. Following this, y'all know what it is. It's the built.
It's the Built by the Hope Center.
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. We got meet your sponsor, Hope Center Edition, man. All month coming to y'all. But you got anything to say?
No,
You got
no,
anything to
man.
say?
No, not
Okay.
at all.
So
Not
should
at all.
should I let them hear me talk about the Hope
I
Center?
think they should.
We'll
They
be-
deserved it.
Yeah, no, y'all done well. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor. What's going on, y'all? This month's episodes are brought to you by the Washington Street Hope Center in Marksville, Louisiana. For nearly 40 years, they've been helping individuals and families overcome addiction, making them one of Louisiana's longest-standing substance use treatment facilities. The Hope Center offers 28-day residential treatment program, a 6-week intensive outpatient program, separate sober living homes for men and women, substance use assessments, and gambling addiction. Their program is built around the internationally recognized Recovery Dynamics curriculum based on the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. They accept all Louisiana Medicaid plans and most private insurance. And if you qualify for Medicaid but aren't yet enrolled, they can help with that too. They even provide transportation from anywhere in Louisiana, so getting help is never out of reach. One of the things that really stands out about Washington Street Hope Center is that the people who work there, many of their staff members, have been where the clients are now. They've experienced addiction themselves, found recovery, and now dedicate their lives to helping others do the same. They understand recovery, and they believe it's possible for everyone. If you or someone you love is struggling, don't wait another day. Call the Washington Street Hope Center at 318-253-8705. Once again, that's the Washington Street Hope Center at 318-253-8705. Tell them your boys that Built by the Red Stick sent you. And just like that, we're back. We're back. Dude, it happened so fast.
I can't stop dancing.
Yeah, my man's dancing. Ronnie,
Talk to me.
are you ready?
To rock steady.
Are you ready for this spaghetti?
You know what I'm ready for?
What are you ready for?
Fantasy football season. But yes, I am ready to hype it up.
Hype it up. Listen, I'm excited about this one. We got another one. as in the words of DJ Khaled.
Another one.
Another one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, y'all know what it is. We've got the best hype man on both sides of the Mississippi.
Yes, Lord.
Both sides of them. When our guests come in here, we want them to feel comfortable. And what better way to make them feel comfortable than to hype them up, to let them know that we rocking with them, for rocking with us, for rocking with our listeners. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to bore you anymore. The best hype man, Ronnie LeDuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, y'all know it's coming again. We all the way from Avoyelles Parish to the 225 with it. Now, this is another opportunity that I get a first, right?
Yes,
this is my first time getting to sit down and have a conversation with this young lady. But if her personality is as bright and colorful as her outfit, ladies, we in for a treat, right?
Popping.
As always, spoke very highly of her.
Absolutely.
Loving, caring, genuine,
Compassionate.
respectable, indigenous. It has been a thrill.
And look, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to interrupt you.
From the Hope Center.
I'm going to interrupt you. We've had a couple of opportunities to talk to her on before I was off camera.
Talk to what she said.
She got a story, bro.
She got a story?
She got a story.
And not only does she have a story, she is an avid listener.
Absolutely.
And subscriber to Built by the Red Stick,
Absolutely.
right? So she might be a fan of us. I'm a fan of her.
Yes,
already.
Lord.
She don't even know it yet. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have Miss Rebecca, all the way from Avoyelles Parish, been through Lake Charles a couple of times, stopped here to do the podcast, going back to Avoyelles Parish, but before that, you get to hear a story. In the Built by the Red Stick building. That was a long middle name. Huh? Thank you for coming.
Thank you for joining us. Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for supporting us.
Absolutely.
This is the first time we've interviewed a Patreon member.
Man,
I love watching y'all stuff.
we
It's
appreciate
my show. I like to watch it. Yeah.
Humbly thankful.
Thank you so much.
Humbly.
So before we get started, tell us who you are and what you do.
My name's Rebecca Turner. I'm from currently in Avoyelles Parish. I work at the Hope Center.
Okay.
I am alumni of the
Okay.
Hope Center. I came to the Hope Center back in 22 in shackles. Sally was in
Told
back
you
then.
she got a story.
Sally was we were in sober living together, so there was no Sally back then. We didn't have a marketer. So if you got in the Hope Center, you either brought yourself or somebody like God was
Like
looking
word
out
of
for
mouth.
me.
Yeah.
I waited a year to get there. I stayed in
Damn.
prison. So I waited in prison for a year.
You was in a void, locked up in
Well,
a
I
void
was
there.
4.5 months of that I did in Bossier Max, and then they
Okay.
shipped me to Avoyelles for another almost 8 months.
Bossier Max is crazy.
Yeah, I
Probably
did
3 and
two.
1?
I did two DOC because it was during COVID, so I did two back to back pretty
That's
much.
23 and 1 at Bossier Max?
Yes, and I was
Y'all
actually
I know. I was coming to get him. 23 hours in your cell, 1 hour
one out, but actually I got locked down. I got ad seg my second week in for
24.
24.
Oh, my God.
I get
23 and 45.
I get 20 minutes out every night at 11 o'clock to take a shower and clean myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you in there by
I-
yourself?
I did that for 4 months.
Bro, let me
With
tell
nothing
you.
but a Bible. You don't get your whites, no commissary, no books, no. They roll your mat up at 6 in the morning. They give it back at 6 at night if they remember.
They bring the food through like the tray and shit?
Yeah, through the
Like on
bean.
Green
Through the,
Mile before he grabbed his testicles. Like,
Yeah.
Here you go.
yeah, the
Bro,
food port, the
seg-
beano.
Seg is meant to break you mentally.
Yeah.
No human is meant to be that alone for that amount of time,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh,
Like that
bro.
is inhumane.
It is.
Getting locked up in segregation. That's a different fight for a different day. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna get
yeah.
on my soapbox
Yeah.
about
No,
that.
it is,
But yes,
bro.
if you hear somebody say a 23 and 1, that means they spent 23 hours in their cell.
Shit, that's too many.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
I'm-
And those are
and the-
2-man cells over there, so it's one person. You better get along with that one person.
Bro, you gotta think of those size cells. You could probably fit 4 of them in here.
Yeah. But when
in
I
this
was.
room.
Wait. You could fit 4 of the 2-man cells in this room?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
They're
y'all
8 by
on top of
10.
each
8
other.
by 10.
Yeah.
Literally. You're
Literally,
23
oh,
hours
yeah,
a
yeah.
day.
Yes.
You literally stacked on top of each other for real.
Yeah, and then the shitter's right there, like right here where this
It's
table
bed,
is.
Bed. Like walkway, I would have to turn sideways a little bit to not be scraping the
Yeah,
wall.
he could, yeah.
And then the toilet is right there at the head or the foot, wherever.
Yeah,
where decide to
you're
sleep.
real you cozy. When they
Yeah,
go into
bro,
the
it's-
bathroom,
well-
you cozy.
Well, we going to get to what led you there, but
Well, I didn't listen. I earned it. I listen for real.
So Hope Center alum, working at the Hope Center.
I started working at I started working at the Hope Center full time about 3 years.
And what do you do?
I'm a tech, but I also teach. So,
Okay.
I just finished off. Well, I say just. It's been about a year and a half ago. I passed all my CIT exams. I'm waiting on the other background stuff to clear. I just have a lot of background, so it takes a while. But I do. So I do a little bit of everything. I teach. I work long overnight shifts, 16-hour shifts, and we go in at 4
Sound like
and
them
we
shifts
leave
I used to make you work at the Grove.
Yeah, we go in at 4 and get off at 8 in the morning. So I stay. I'm in the trenches with them.
Absolutely.
4 p.m. to 8 in the morning.
Yep.
And that's the prime time shift. That's when they done got phone calls, news from home that's making them want to leave.
Oh, that's when they get their phone. Yeah, they cut up.
You know what I'm saying? That's
we
when
see the real.
Start, like, what have I done? So you really in the trenches.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's dive into it. What was life like growing up for you?
So I was, it was a rough childhood. I have there was a lot of trauma. Listen, my mom was a junkie. She was a speedball fan, oddly. And, you got to remember, I was born in 1969, so this was back in the 70s. Let's just get that out of the way. So this is back in the early 70s where, rude.
Boy, look, we done it.
Bro, I wasn't expecting that one.
Well, this is in the
Wait, they didn't
70s.
do drugs back then?
Yeah, did they?
It was like
I remember my mama getting Quaalude, the pharmaceutical
okay.
bottles. That's the first thing I ever took.
Bro,
Really?
Stole a Quaalude from my mama.
I hear Quaaludes hit different.
What?
But see, I wasn't into like muscle relaxing type medicine.
No,
so
that one.
I
don't.
It was like
y'all see. Then there came Mandrex came after that. That was a bootleg Quaalude. Now that was in the 80s, so I'm a teenager at this time, and I'm just cutting up
You
and
literally
cocaine.
watched crack fall from the sky.
Did I? I was smoking crack before it got a name. I was in California this time, and so I'm kind of linked in with some Mexican mafia type. But I have a son that's his dad was a first
Black?
generation. No,
Oh.
that too. But this one was Mexican.
Oh.
But
God damn.
and he so like
I can
these
tell, bro.
were some like gangsters, you know
Knew
what I
she
mean?
had a
These
story.
were so they taught me how to freebase cocaine. We called it freebase.
what they did,
Richard
freebase.
Pryor, you remember?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we were
yeah.
freebase, and I remember like the news coming on. They were talking about this crack epidemic, and I'm like, "What is that?" And he's like, "Weta, that's what you're doing." I'm like, "What you mean? I don't smoke crack." He's like, "It's the same
Yeah,
thing."
you do.
So I didn't even know I was smoking crack before crack was a thing.
Where are you originally from?
I was born in Texas, but
Okay.
I kind of went between Texas and California. My dad had,
Big jump.
my dad had, my biological father had gone to California, and they tried to ship me off over there to get me
Gotcha,
right,
gotcha.
and it was a lot.
Service. He was in the service.
No, my dad was a bandito. He was a
1%er.
my dad. Yeah, he was
I knew
a.
she had a story, dude.
Yeah, I grew
feel
up
it.
with
I could feel
banditos,
it
like
when-
in our house. Like it was all around me. We saw a lot.
Who more racist, the Banditos or the Hell's Angels?
Well, I don't know about Hell's Angels. All I know is about banditos, and I'm not gonna lie. Growing up, like it was yeah.
I watch TV.
So yeah.
Oh, you a 1%er?
No, I'm not. Listen, my daddy told me from a young age, your mouth, you don't need to ever date a biker, cause my mouth got me.
Bro, them Banditos are something.
Yeah, my dad was something serious.
Bro. You watch the documentaries?
Bro,
Yeah.
all
Bro,
of
they
them.
one of the
All
most
of them.
violent
Yeah,
biker gangs in
listen,
the history of
I
biker
saw
gangs.
me and my sister I had two little sisters. It was 3 girls. My mom's a junkie. My mom's not really. She's saying she was neglectful is being nice. She wasn't really there. She was sick.
Yeah, so you basically.
I'm
raised
being
yourself.
literally being raised by banditos, and it's not a good scene. And so, like, I came home from school. You know how they had those half days? They used to have them back then,
Yeah.
even back in the dinosaur era. But
was
I come
solid.
home, like, they send you home at, like, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock on a teacher day, half a day or whatever. I remember walking into the house, and I knew better. My daddy said I was never to, because the kitchen door went into the garage. That's where all their bikes were, and that's where they hung out. And I knew I wasn't supposed to, but I heard noise back there, and nobody was in the house. And I opened that door, and they were burning a guy's tattoo off. Like, he was screaming. They burned it off with the
Because he had to get rid of their ink.
Yeah, he couldn't wear their patch anymore, so they either cut it off or they burn it off with the
Blow
tire.
torch thing. Oh.
No, the tire the tire of the motorcycle, burn it off with that.
Like got the bike
yeah,
going?
yeah.
You allowed to tell this story?
I'm probably not.
Exclusive. Yeah, Bill by the Rest, baby.
Listen,
We're on a whole nother level.
Listen, back in the day, like no, they're different now.
Yeah,
it's a lot different now.
If
but
you were doing it back in the day, you
back
probably
then
wouldn't
it
be
was
telling
serious.
the
Oh
story.
no.
Absolutely.
So from a very young age, we were told you don't air laundry, you don't
everything in
talk
the house.
outside this door, you don't take family business stays indoor, you don't carry none of this out to the schoolyard, to the streets, and they just didn't take people's kids away back then.
Yeah, especially from a bandito. Who finna come take a bandito kid?
Well, also though, no other kids around that neighborhood were allowed to play with us, so
Was everybody overprotective over y'all being girls? Like,
he was busy. You know what I mean? He was busy. So there was some sexual abuse was happening, and
from
one of them.
Yeah.
And that's a no-no. Listen, when he found out, let's just say when he found out some shit went down and my dad had to relocate.
Yeah.
That's how he ended up on the West Coast. I'm not done to go into detail about that. But yeah, so it was, so me and my sisters were abused as kids. And
Are you
so
the oldest?
I am.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What were you, so obviously mom's kind of in and out, absent, using and stuff.
Yeah.
Dad's living that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Are you raising your sisters and stuff?
Yeah.
And so at what, one of my favorite questions is like, because I know us as alcoholics, right? Like, when was that first experience of like seeking comfort outside, right? Like, I'm going to find something to make me feel
He's in comfort.
Yeah.
So here's another story. So they used to have, the deep freezers you put meat in?
Yeah.
We had a deep freezer, but it was full of these little brown, like lunch baggies, full of weed each. And I'm talking about hundreds of them. I don't know how much that would be in today. Maybe an ounce?
Yeah, but
Whatever. But there were so many of them, so I started taking one, and I go down to the park. It was a few blocks away. Now, this is when I was in Texas still, and it was in San Antonio. And I go down the road where the high school kids hung out, the older kids. And I bring the party favors. I didn't even know how to smoke weed. I wouldn't have known what to do with that. No more. I was probably about 11 years old, but I don't have any friends. Kids my age aren't allowed to come hang out with us. I wouldn't let my kid. So I'm accepted by these older cats, and so they're giving me alcohol, and I'm bringing the weed, and there was a couple of times I woke up, I'd passed out in the park on the bench or whatever, and made my way home, but no, I don't know, they had a lot going on, they just didn't.
I love our episodes where you get your shocked face,
bruh.
because I'll look at it.
I did see y'all was talking while I was on the phone. Must have been.
Yeah.
I did not expect this.
I didn't know when it was, but I knew she had a story.
Yeah, it was a lot.
So you knew about the bandito?
No. Like I said, I didn't know what it was going to be, but just her vibe and like, she's polished now, but you can tell she earned her seat.
Listen, I try to be so when I work with clients, I try to be, like all of us that came to, all of us from the Hope Center that you've talked to, we all do what's called aftercare.
Absolutely.
And that's where you stand up and you kind of teach all the men and the women clients that we have how you incorporate the steps
absolutely
in your life. The thing is, like, I was raised by sick people, a lot of trauma, happened. And so it was a natural thing for me I needed to seek ease and comfort
Absolutely.
too. My family's all passed away now. They all died. Unfortunately, my mom died right before I got sober. And my grandparents tried to help me a lot. I was in and out of a lot of different facilities. I was introduced to NA back when I was 19. And I mean, we've already, established something.
Bill was still in the hospital.
Bill was probably still, he had just had his first his spiritual experience.
Hospital room, yep.
But so I was being court ordered. Yeah, I was being court ordered to these places, and I wasn't. So I'd been introduced to 12 step. That's 12 steps and the big book, all of it, because I've been in and out of treatment centers,
Right.
in and out of treatment centers, and I couldn't understand why I couldn't get better. Like it didn't work for me. I know now, of course, is because I wasn't putting in any effort. I was just hoping to get it through osmosis,
I showed up. I'm not
I'm
better.
here.
I'm not better.
Yeah, look, I'm even dating this other guy in sober living. Why it doesn't rub off, I mean, and things just got a lot more. Like it was a lot. So
You said rub off. It remind me. I remember when I used to do education and I'd do step 12. I say, now y'all listen, it's service work, not cervix.
Cervix work.
you're right, yeah, that's yeah.
Oh, sorry.
But-
Squirrel moment.
Yeah. So anyway, there were a lot of people back in my life in the early years that tried to help me.
Absolutely.
And I just was very resistant.
So you
yeah.
talked about the court orders in and out of treatment. When was, and probably, pretty early based off what you're saying, but when was the lifestyle that you were living, the consequences? When did they start to show up?
Oh, early on.
Yeah.
So I started, I was, I was in juvenile detention facilities. I was in all that shit, and it was always drug related.
Absolutely.
I got, man, it was just so I got, they bring the dogs to school and I'm the one that's got the weed because I've been selling the weed, and I get kicked out of one school. I go to a alternative school and then I'm selling pills, and it was I always, for some reason, I don't know why, but every time I start getting high, I think I'm a drug dealer. I just think I'm a drug dealer because I don't know. Because I sell a little. I sell some drugs, but let's face it. Like my habit was.
That's the reason why.
Part of what I think for a long time, I would tell myself like it's not a problem as long as I can sell enough to
Do it for free.
pay for my own
Did your
habit.
dad ever find out what you was doing?
My dad, listen, when I went to California, and by that time he was selling cocaine, and he would give me an 8-ball every day, an 8-ball, and this was back in the early '90s, cocaine.
That's my type of pop.
Yeah, I mean, he maybe not the greatest parenting, but in his mind, it would keep
That's
me
how y'all
from.
bonded.
Well, it would keep me from being with men. He was afraid that I would sleep with men he knew I was doing cocaine. So
Yeah.
in his mind, if he,
Rather you
supported
hit-
my habit, then,
Dang.
and yeah,
He
he
was
would.
a leader. Yeah,
My
rank.
dad,
Yeah, rank, huh?
my dad was serious
I'm
business.
infatuated with bike gangs, bro. You must
Yeah.
have watched the same documentaries I watch.
I watched
Yeah.
them all. dude.
These people literally get away with everything.
I've
Yeah,
watched them
my
all.
dad was my dad was a scary dude though. When I was little, like.
Big dude, beard, 6'4".
Big dude, beard. He wasn't real tall. My dad wasn't the tallest, but he was
It don't matter.
scrappy.
Don't
Like
matter.
my dad would fight.
For him to be a leader, it lets me know.
And they wear all them. They'd wear rings on every finger, and my mom wore a property belt, like the real deal.
Like to signal that she was taking.
Yeah, she had to wear a property of my dad's name.
Oh, Caleb, get ready.
Yeah.
Y'all allowed to wear watches?
Who, me? I don't know.
Women.
Oh, I
Clocks on the
listen.
stove, so I know they ain't.
I'm like, I don't know.
Ronnie.
I'm sorry, bro.
What the
I'm
fuck?
sorry, bro.
Yeah, well, yeah.
This dude said because they.
Well,
We at Built by the Red Stick do not support Ronnie's claims here. We're
no.
We having fun. We having fun. I'm so shocked at him. Keep going. I'm gonna shut up. Keep going.
Well, just like I don't know, it's a progressive disease.
Absolutely.
So
Were you ever having fun in that lifestyle? That's a stupid question.
I mean, sure. When I was
Yeah,
back
that's what I'm
in,
saying.
I wouldn't have back when the cocaine was good and the money was flowing and everyone was partying and shit. Yeah, but then when I realized I ended up smoking crack for 11 years every daily, and but at the same time I always was an opiate fan too. So in California, I cut my teeth on some black tar. And that grabbed a hold of me real quick. And so now I've got a cocaine and a heroin habit, but I figured out real quick I like them together. Like that was my shit. So
And she was efficient. Same spoon.
yeah. So I started shooting speedballs. I graduated.
Did you and your mom start partying
No,
together?
me. Listen, my mom was married 6 times. So she ended up like marrying this guy and moving away from San Antonio to a smaller town, and she quit. She got off the needle, but my mom doctor shopped till the day she died.
Yeah.
And listen, I don't want to. My mom was sick. My mom.
yeah.
She did the best she could. I think
what
with what
she
she had
had.
to work
Yeah.
with. By that time,
Probably
I
got
was.
a lot of trauma too, though.
I'm
you know
sure.
what I'm
I
saying?
don't. Yeah. Listen. My mom was a beautiful woman. For one,
Yeah.
she was a beautiful woman. She had me very young. I ended up having a child very young. I was 14, and I had my first child. Like
It was on the West Coast then.
no, this was when I was in Texas still, and after I had the child, they sent me out to the West Coast.
Did they let the child come with you, or they
No.
kept you? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. She's with me now though. She's 42 and won't leave.
Hey, you got a 40.
I got
She had her when she was 14.
I was 14. She's 42 and she lives at my house and I don't think she'll ever leave. But we had to go through a lot to get back together.
Absolutely.
You know, my daughter also suffered, you know.
Yeah.
My kids, they
Yeah.
live what they learn.
Absolutely.
So
When you had the next one.
I waited 8 years and then I had
Okay,
2
okay.
more. I got married and I'd always try to like patch my life
do
together.
the
This
life.
man's going to get me sober. This man's going to help me. That just led to a lot of sneaking around. They had a little money, you know what I mean?
Could you picture her getting into an argument with her significant other? I'm about to call my daddy, baby. Please, have it on. Please don't call him.
Well, yeah, but my dad died when I was young. I wasn't even 30 yet when my dad passed away.
Okay.
So,
Of cirrhosis.
Man.
California and Texas. How and why the hell did you find your way to Louisiana?
Okay, so that's a story. So 25 years ago, 26 years ago. So it was early 2000. It was 2000. And I did a 1-year dose in Texas. And that's when the crack had a hold of me. And I kept telling myself I did day for day a year in Matagorda County. And I told myself when I get out of here, I'm leaving this town. Like I got to get away. I thought a geographical cure was the answer. I ended up in a lot of places from trying the geographical
change.
I took
Just
my
kept
kids-
bringing yourself, though, huh?
I was always there. I took myself with him. I took my kids to Mexico for 2 years when they was blonde hair, blue eyed kids. Just because, in my mind, well, I'll go to Mexico. I barely speak the language. Surely I won't be able to get drugs there, bro. Like it was the best drugs I'd ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know they made drugs this pure. So that was a mistake. But I was running on a warrant, and I wasn't ready to, face. But then when I did face my charges, I ended up. That's when I did that year.
For 2 years.
Yeah, and as soon as I came across the El Paso border, my mom had me arrested, and to get she wanted my kids safe,
Yeah.
and I went and did that year.
CDC?
No, it was Matagorda County. They can give you 1 year,
Okay.
1 year day for day. And so I was talking to some guy. He was taking care of me when I was in there. And when I got out, he said, "Hey, I'm working turnarounds. I'm gonna go to this little town called Hesmer." I said, "I'm riding because I'm getting the fuck out of here." You know, they had taken my kids by this time. They were, So I got here. Well, I got to Avoyelles Parish. And first thing I did, this guy, he's a raging alcoholic, but he's working on turnarounds. So I might see him 1 week out of the month. So I decided I'm gonna
Call that a
find-
perfect relationship.
Yeah, I don't have to see him until you have to see him. But so I started looking for an AA meeting because I wanted my kids back.
Yeah.
So I went and signed up for. They told me how to work these case plans and all this. So I signed up for a drug education group. Well, right next door was the Hope Center. It used to be Ed Ford. He's dead now. But years ago, he was like the substance abuse counselor of Avoyelles Parish. He would go in the jails and all that. He had a group where you could go and work a case plan. I'm trying to get my kids back, and I met Ms. Joe. So back then we had meetings at the 2-story. They called it the halfway house. They had the men's center was the house, and it was just a 10-bed facility.
Yeah.
Well, she gave me a job as a tech, overnight tech in the men's center.
That was back when Joe was still showing up.
Yeah, no, was it, yeah. Well, I mean, Miss Joe.
I was talking about Joe McHugh.
No, Joe McHugh would show up every once in a
Yeah.
while. Not on a regular basis. They would go to Arkansas and all that. But yeah, he would make appearances. Yeah. She used to make me, so they didn't have a women's center then. Because I would ask her, like, Miss Joe, I'd have to meet with her every morning to, and I would ask her, like, when are we going to open a treatment center for women? She said, oh, baby, we couldn't fill the beds. Women have too many enablers.
Yeah.
She said, we couldn't keep those beds full. It wouldn't be cost effective. And you got to remember back then we were really doing it. Like we didn't get funding, Medicaid, none of that. You signed a paper. The clients would sign a paper saying, well, when I get out, I'll go back to work and pay you so much money. Yeah. And then she had some family money that Ms. Joe was the first woman that ever gave me like what a mother should be like. I don't want to talk to him. I'll get choked up. But she took me under her wing, and she recognized that I was winging it, and she guided me, and she gave me a job, and I got real involved in. So she would make me go to the classroom by myself and sit down and listen to cassette tapes of. They think it's bad. They have to watch the DVDs now at the Hope Center. Of Joe. They call him Sleepy Joe.
Yep.
I said, listen, y'all don't know nothing. Well, you should have heard them old worn out cassette tapes. I had to stay awake through. That's how I
What
got.
you talking about?
The recovery dynamics. Joe McHugh. Yeah, so he does. We have DVDs where he breaks down the steps when they have to
we
watch.
watched a few at the Grove.
They have to watch them every morning. That's their first our clients. They watch that for an hour in the morning. That's their first wake up,
Every day.
eat breakfast. Every day you watch one on a step. Every day it's a different step. But when I was learning about recovery dynamics, I had to stay awake, listen to these cassette tapes by myself in a room, and I didn't stay awake. Well, and then, I didn't. So I had to go do some more research, and then so in that, a lot of things happened, and but I did have a period of sobriety, a couple of years there, with the Hope Center. Didn't go through the Hope Center, but being a part and being involved. And Ms. Joe was really hands-on with me, and I learned a lot. So I did relapse. And when I did, I say relapse, I'd never worked the steps fully. So I lapsed, And I was so ashamed. Like, I felt like I had disappointed her, and so deeply. I couldn't come back, man. I could not. I couldn't, so I stayed out for another 15 years, and in that 15 years, I got 7 felony convictions. I'm a 7-time convicted felon. By the time they brought me back, and listen, I really thought I was a gangster. I really.
What you was getting convicted of?
Distribution,
You
possession.
in jail for life.
Well, that's what happened when I came back this time in 22. The Rapides Parish wanted to multi-bill me. Okay, that was my 5th distribution charge. They were done with me. They were tired of me. But I'm having to do this. I'm having to go everywhere, because when they get me, I'd have warrants here, warrants there. You got to shift around. So I've been sitting in Cottonport all that time, and they said, listen, that's 30 years day for day. I'm going to be 80. I was 52 at the time. I'm going to be, I'm going to look like 82. No. So my mind is telling me, figure out where they're going to ship you so you can figure out how to kill yourself. Because I wasn't going to live like that. Right. So my plan B was suicide. It's really all I could think about. Like, once it got in my head, I couldn't wait to get shipped. Let's get this over with so I can get this done, man. I've been doing suicide on the installment plan all these years anyway.
I never heard it that way. That's good.
What?
Yeah.
Suicide installment plan?
Yeah, I've been doing that for so long that I'm just ready to take myself out the game because I'm not living like that. I've already given the DOC too much of my time. My kids ain't talking to me. I don't get to see my grandkids no more, none of that. And everyone in my family had passed away. I didn't get one phone call the whole time I was locked up. And the reason I did get that that lockdown, that ad seg, is because of somebody I knew came in with some drugs, and I, once again, thought I was a drug dealer. And we didn't have commissary, so I hustled up some commissary, and then 6 girls got drug tested, and they all tested. I didn't want to do meth in jail,
Right.
but they all did, and some of them didn't do well locked up on meth. It was a bad chemical reaction. Let me just say.
One place I would not.
It was
get
horrible.
high.
Listen, it was horrible. I'm watching everything I'm watching it go down. So I'm like, what I had left, I went and stashed in in the lights and all. And they took me down and they drug tested me, and I passed, but them girls told on me. So, and I cut up like, I can't believe this. So, but they do what they want. But I look back on that now, I was so indignant because I passed my drug screen.
How dare y'all?
But I did do all this shit. Like, they were right. They really knew what was up because I really did do all that. And I set it off, and that whole pod was just lost there. They was going ham in there. Like, it's not a place to sell meth. Like, it was rough. They were losing their mind.
And you was just doing this in 22?
Yeah, that's what I did in Bossier. That's why I got locked down.
That's 4 years ago.
No, 4.5 years ago. Let's be
4.5.
fair. And then when I get to Cottonport, I can draw. So thankfully, because I didn't have any commissary, nothing. And the way I was like getting my tobacco and drugs was I was making banners and artwork for, and then the guards and like local churches were hiring me and stuff. And I was able to hustle, wheeling and dealing. When I came, so I'm waiting. So anyway, they popped my cell one day, and they're like, I say pop my cell. We were in a dorm. It wouldn't pop my cell. They called me to go. I'm thinking I'm going for my arraignment finally. I'm in there almost 8 months. And the transportation driver takes me to this courtroom. I'm watching. I'm like, something's wrong. Like, these are drug court clients. What's going on here? And she's like, no. I said, Miss Elaine, you got me in the wrong courtroom, baby. And she's like, no, look, you supposed to be in drug court. I'm like, what? Now, mind you, I'm not talking to anyone. Not the whole time I've been locked down. I'm like, there's no one left in the world wants to hear from me at this point. No one, believe me. So I didn't even bother. So I'm like, I'm just ready to take my lick and get on with it. And she's like, so I have to watch the whole drug court thing, observe it. And then Halit came to me and said, hey, this is your offer. This is your one chance. You don't get no sanctions. You don't get no second chances. Because I'd already flunked out of drug court twice before. Like, I failed miserably the first 2 weeks. Like, what? Oh, you got to stop.
It was done with this.
Oh, you mean I got to stop using drugs? What's that? What? So they would send me off somewhere, and then, so I'm like, how is that how? I thought they had made a mistake. I still think they made a mistake because I wasn't probatable in the state of Louisiana. I hadn't been probatable for like 6 years. I had done 2 DOC rips because they told me I was no longer probatable in the state of Louisiana. So I'm like, you have to be probatable to go to drug court. Now, mind you, I'm not talking to attorneys. I'm not talking to nobody. But I'm just like, hey, I had a bunkie. Listen, I had a bunkie who was a faithful woman. And I still believe she prayed me out of that prison.
That's the only
So
thing.
the banditos don't have nothing in place where, like, once you reach a certain level, we take care of your family for the rest of your life if something happened to you?
So... listen, my dad was taken care of until he died. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
He was in exile, if you know that, Yeah.
Yeah, I watched David and Goliath.
So he had to go live under an assumed name, and he ended up.
And that was from when he caught somebody sexually abusing
diddling his kids.
Yeah.
And what happened in the aftermath of that. And so he lived out the rest of his life under an assumed identity, and he was taken care of. They set up he had a business and everything. Oh. He did classic car interiors. He was a real talented man, really, but he drank himself to death ultimately.
So you end up in your bunkmate praised you. That's the only thing I can attribute to. I mean, you're not talking to anybody.
No, I'm not even talking to God at this point. I'm pissed off at God. Like, I'm angry.
And so you get into drug court.
I do get in. Well, first they say I had to go to the Hope Center.
Okay.
And I'm like, of all the places in the world, why would you take me here? This is the one place where I'm so ashamed of my actions
Right.
and how I left Miss Joe and how I didn't come to her. And she was so good to me. And I was like, anywhere but here, God. I mean, please.
Absolutely.
Anywhere but here. And God said, no, this is where you got to go back.
Yeah.
You got to come full circle.
Sit down and humble you.
What? And so I did my 28 days, and I did IOP, and then I went into drug court, and I graduated drug court without a sanction. And I attribute that mostly to the Hope Center and what I learned there. And in the interim, I'm still sponsoring. I did get kicked out. Savannah actually kicked me out of sober living. We had it. Listen, I was ready to fight her. Like, I was mad. Anyway, she accused me of taking some money from a man, Cash App money. And I hadn't done it, but I did talk about doing it. So she overheard the rumor, and she accused me, and I flipped shit, because I was still working on my character
we're still sick.
flaws. I'm very sick.
Yeah.
I'm still wanting my way, and I don't, and at that point, I'm like, I want to get transferred back to LA because I have sober friends over there. They got me a job. They got me a bed at Oxford, and God was like, no, they wouldn't transfer me. They transfer other people. They wouldn't transfer me.
You wasn't getting transferred.
No, and so one thing led to another. They offered me. I was waitressing and stuff. Really like I was struggling, but I was putting in the work.
Right.
I was sponsoring. I was going to my meetings. I was doing everything drug court told me to do, which was a first for me. I had never.
What do you attribute that to?
The Hope Center. What I was learning in the Hope Center.
Well, what do you attribute being willing to learn that time?
So I had to humble myself.
Was it just beat to hell and back?
I was
You were
beat
done.
to hell
Yeah.
and back.
Yeah.
I wasn't supposed to get another chance.
Right.
There's no way I should have got that. That was grace. and
Absolutely.
mercy.
Absolutely.
And there's no way I could deny the existence of God at this point. So I'm like, God's showing up and showing out for me, man. Like, this is, and I wasn't a big, like, now I'm a big fan of God. Like,
Absolutely. Yeah.
But definitely God's grace. But, I had to work for it too. Like, it took work. And
Anything worth having, you gotta.
Right. And all the other times that I'd made these half-ass attempts was what it was, half-ass attempts, and I got half-ass results.
100%.
Because your life's going to get better. I'd done the methadone, I'd done the Suboxone, and it, my life would improve when I'm not prostituting and slinging dope and living in bandos. Of course, your life looks better, but I wasn't. That's peace that surpasses all understanding. I wasn't getting none of
I
that.
tell people all the time, man. Your weight gets back up. You shake back a little bit. Life ain't got no option. There's only when you're nobody goes to treatment on a winning streak.
Exactly.
No, that's why I said.
So
Yeah.
like you get through it. Your life has no choice but to get better. But like you just made a reference to, like the real recovery happens when that peace starts to come about you.
Yes.
And that comes from the work.
And look, there were times I had to save 2 paychecks just to make my rent, because I did get kicked out of sober living. But I went back and made my amends. We're all good now, clearly, But so that I could start sponsoring at the center again, so I wasn't disconnected from my fellowship, because
Absolutely.
that was rough. And I had to. And then my daughter.
I was just about to get to where.
Okay,
that-
so my daughter lives with me. My daughter got sick. She met a homeboy of mine. He took a charge for me. There were 3 of us that committed the crime, and he took the lick. He went down. He did a 10-year. But back then you did 4 months on a year. Not that that's not nothing. I'm not saying it's not nothing, but you didn't do the
40
10.
months. That's a nice
Right.
grip.
So when he got out, his mama had died and he needed a place to stay. So of course I was like, you can come stay with me. Leave my daughters alone. Because they were grown by this time, but and he didn't. And they fell in love. She fell in love with him. I guess they were in love. He got her sick.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
He got her sick. He was HIV positive. He didn't tell me.
I already knew what you
Yeah.
said when you say you got
Yeah.
sick. Did he know?
Yeah, I found out later he did know. And he's
Press charges, though, right?
man, bro. I was still using it. I did
You
other
in
than I
exile right
had.
now?
No, but I sent somebody to visit him. I promise
Yeah.
you that. He
That's crazy.
yeah. So my daughter's getting sicker and sicker. At the time I'm trapping and shit. So I'm just thinking, I don't know what was going on with her, man. And she's lost 50 pounds in 2 months. Her hair's falling out. It's during COVID. So when we go to the hospital, they're like the blood tests are inconclusive. You have to come back. And they would send you away, man.
If you didn't have COVID, they didn't care.
Right. And so by the time I finally got her on an ambulance and she went ahead of me. They wouldn't let you ride on the ambulance during COVID. I got a ride up to the hospital. When I walked in to Cabrini, they had the TV monitor, the doctors from Dallas, HIV specialists, and they were telling her, like, I know it's not the news you want to hear, but we do have really good her white blood cell count was 14. Like, she wouldn't have lived through the weekend. Her teeth were crumbling out of her mouth. She had thrush so bad it ate up the stomach lining of her. Like, she was dying before my eyes. I thought it was cancer. I didn't know. I don't know why I didn't know, because I had seen it in the 80s. Like, I saw all that, especially on the West Coast. And, but I didn't recognize it in my child. It just didn't make sense because she never shot up. My child never turned a trick. Like, I'm the one that did all that. She never had to do that, so it didn't add up to me, And so when they said it, I was like, "What? Fuck yeah, that's what she's got." I just couldn't see it. I don't know why I couldn't see it.
How did that affect her?
Well,
is that why she with you now for the mental support?
A lot, yeah. She was still so. I went to prison like 2 weeks after I got her connected to class. I've known Dominique.
Yeah.
I knew Dominique when he first got sober. We were both sober at that period of time. I got like another time when I was trying to get my kids back, whatever. And that was like 12 years ago. And me and Rebecca Whitehead's husband, Dwayne, like we were all like a group of us would always go to the meetings together and stuff. So like I said, I knew Dominique when he would work at Arby's, and he was like the Arby's king. Like, he loved Arby's,
Said that. Who you think will win out of him and Jarvis in the fight?
I'm not.
Boy, you out here stirring the pot.
I can't say that.
You out here stirring the pot. I love it.
I can't say. If Sally could probably beat them both.
You right.
Yeah, so I put all three of them. Like, I would bet on Sally against both of them. No, I love Dominique, man. Dominique.
Nah, that's
He's
good.
amazing.
Yeah, he 1-on-1 for sure.
Yeah, he told Rebecca one time, we was outside of a balance meeting, and he said, "Man," he said, "your best friend, like, she's the real deal." And she's like, "I know she's my best friend." He said, "No, like, she used to he said, I used to be scared of people. She rolled up before with killers, like with real killers." And I was like, Dominique, we don't live like that no more. But yeah, he listen, I've seen him change and grow. And anyway, so when I needed help for my daughter, I reached out. They got her connected to class. So when I went to prison for that year, they were helping her.
Yeah.
So she was lined up with Tulane doctors and all that. As soon as I got out and I got my own place, I got her out of the hood and got her. She was living with some people. It wasn't a great environment.
How's she doing now?
She's doing real good. Like, she it's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, she's almost undetectable now. So, her weight's up, and but she struggles with some depression,
Especially the mental side of it.
Yeah, I just got her a little dog. Like, she loves this. I got her a Frenchie.
Could have got her.
Man, they were best friends.
Yeah, what you think gonna happen when the dog die?
Well, I know, because that's why she had another dog that we lost, and she
PlayStation.
she got all that.
What about the relationship? Did it ever rekindle with your other two children?
So no.
Okay.
So, okay. My son, he's of course, a raging alcoholic. And I had to finally just like cut him off because he would just drunk dial me and tell me what I'm a crack whore and this and that, which listen, I mean, resentments, bro. He don't have nowhere to go with that. He's just an angry drunk guy.
I could never see you talking to my mom like that.
Yeah, so I decided I'm not showing up for the abuse, So I pray for him. Now, my other daughter, she's so much like me, but she's in recovery.
Okay.
And
awesome.
she married a guy from here. Y'all probably know him, Curtis Dominique. He's one arm. He used to panhandle. He has a hook arm. He used to panhandle. I shouldn't praise all his business. Curtis. Rebecca knew him. Everybody in Baton Rouge knew him. He used to. He had one arm.
She married him with the one arm.
Yeah, but he's not a junkie no more. Like
It ain't grow back, bro.
It ain't grow back. It's got one arm.
I'm saying
He's a cool dude. He's a really cool dude. She met him. I met like we knew each other from going to meetings together. He was in Oxford. She met him. You don't know him, Rebecca?
Probably seen him.
I probably seen him.
Yeah, they've been clean for some years. They moved to Tennessee and they had a kid together. He raised my granddaughter that she already had from the time she was little.
Nice.
And then they have a little boy together, and they're great parents.
That's awesome.
They're clean and sober. They living in Tennessee. They living their best life. They both off the heroin. But she just now started like, we're not really talking because she told me, Mom, the last time I went to prison, she said, she wrote me, sent me money, all that. She said, and I went and saw the kids when I got out. I got to meet my grandson. She said, if you ever go back, you ever start doing that shit again, I can't. I can't let you bounce in and out of my kids' lives like you did ours. She said, we had to share you with the DOC. Hey.
That had to be tough to hear that.
Yeah, but you know what? It's real.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's real. Like, I did that.
Yeah.
But that shows, I will say, like, just to give you your flowers, that shows the growth that you've had in your recovery, because and maybe not, maybe you would have been able to hear that in your addiction, but like to be able to understand that and have the foresight to say like, yeah, it hurts, but these are a product of my decisions.
Absolutely.
And now, hopefully by the grace of God, and you continuing to do the things.
Yeah. So she unblocked me on Facebook. Well, she added me back as a friend on Facebook. So she Facebook friended me like last year. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Last year. And then
Space.
so now I get to see pictures of my grandbabies.
Awesome.
And she's been kind of like like liking some of my posts or responding to. So we're gradually, it may never be the same again. I hope I get to see my
It's
grand.
gonna be better.
Yeah, well,
It'll be better than what you could have.
listen, my God is a God of restoration.
Absolutely.
Yes, Lord.
And he has given me so many gifts in this life that I did not deserve.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, you are more
But
than fine.
it's my grandbaby, man. They're so beautiful. But
But y'all,
I was not gonna get emotional.
these heartstrings.
I know it's been
Y'all not allowed back here.
every episode.
Shucks.
Listen, we go deep over there. But look,
Every episode.
Because I empathize with you because I ain't gonna say I have a similar fight with my kids, but I'm still just grasping at that love they used to have for me when they was little, and like it's just gone now.
Yeah,
older,
we
you know
were
what I'm saying?
so like inseparable, even with all the
and even like me and you have made reference to some other people that we've interviewed on here when it comes to grandchildren. Like that's
grandkids
that's
get
when
you,
that's
bro.
when you got that's when I saw you it really
God.
touch you is like because we talk about you based off of and you said it about your mom and probably your dad, like they loved you the best they could with the tools they had.
Right.
And then based off of what you were raised on, you loved your kids the best.
Right. I didn't have good parenting skills.
But that love for a grandmother,
it's
'cause
something.
I see my
yeah.
parents with my kids, and I'm like, whoa,
So different, bro. It's just so different. And I love seeing that they're living their best life, and I'm so proud of her.
that's
Well,
amazing.
maybe what's her name?
Lindsay.
Lindsay gonna see this, and she gonna see what it's doing to you, and that's when the relationship gonna turn. Because maybe she hadn't seen this raw emotion yet. You know what I mean? Sometimes it takes what it takes.
Absolutely.
Man, I was
But yeah, I know. So
not touching this no more. God.
and listen, I have to work with clients every day who are separated from their kids and all. And I know where you at. Like we Savannah used to say FDK. Fuck them kids. That's what you said, right? That's what you was doing. And we did, because
100%.
I couldn't be separated from that ease and comfort. But today, listen, man, it'll work itself out. I believe that. It'll work itself out. And
The things God has done in your past and the things he's doing for you now, like you said, you have a God of restoration.
Right.
And man, I can't even begin to think of like all the things that my God is capable of, even after seeing all of the things he's done. And so
It's-
that gives me hope. you know,
Well, our limited imagination is
Can't
we
even
can't
fathom.
we can't conceive of what he has in store. It's just like, and then now I've got this new job, which I'll always be a part of the Hope Center. I will
Absolutely.
never completely cut myself off from the Hope Center, but I'm stepping down as an overnight tech. I'll still be involved with the Hope Center at whatever capacity I possibly can, whatever they need. And I have deep love for the Hope Center, will always. But I'm going to work like with Dominique. I mean, not with Dominique, but
This breaking
Saint.
news.
Yeah, it
Breaking
is.
news.
It is. Well, no, my boss knows. No, my work knows about it. But so I'll be doing like same umbrella company, but for Avoyelles Parish, what they do.
Now, I'll say this. Like and Ronnie can probably attest to, and maybe he doesn't see the same thing, man. But I've been around a lot of treatment centers.
Yeah,
I've been around a lot, and I've been around a lot.
been in a lot.
I've been around a lot of great ones. A lot of great ones. Well, I don't know if I found people that ride for a treatment center more than the people from Hope Center.
I ain't seen one
Like
yet.
there's love there.
No.
There's love there.
Yeah,
There's
it's a
like,
different
Yeah,
thing, man.
it hit different.
There's
I'm
and
gonna tell y'all one little story real quick. So the day that I finally agreed to. I didn't really want to work at the Hope Center because I didn't want to. I wanted to still, but I decided the first day I was coming to work full time. I live next door. God put me in position to live the next block over. I can literally walk to work through my backyard, and so I'm walking to work. At the time, I didn't have a car, and Mr. Jim had just died. And they were cleaning out his house to turn it into the what's now our women's sober living.
Right.
And I was walking around the corner, towards the door to start my first full day of work. And she sent me a text, and it was a picture. And I'm like, what is this? So I had to scroll up. I said, it looks familiar, but. And she said, listen, we cleaning out Miss Joe's study. Miss Joe had been dead already for like 6 years or something. And they were moving everything out, and this picture was in place right in front of her desk where she could sit down at her desk and look directly at it every day. It was framed, and it was a picture I had drawn her 25 years ago with a poem. It was a terrible poem. They got it up in the Bonton Center now. I mean, it's cheesy, but anyway, it had my signature on it. And I was like, wow, all these years I thought she was mad at me and I couldn't face her.
She just wanted you to
She
come
was
home.
looking at that every day. She just wanted
wanted you to come home.
I'm going to be a big baby. But yeah, so I feel like she led me back there.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, to keep you from crying again.
Let's not do it. Yeah.
We got a couple of things I want to wrap up with. First is you already answered what's next for you. New position, but what's your why?
So, man, now it's because I know the struggle. I want to help people. I have to be of maximum benefit to God and others like me. I have to be. I know that's my purpose.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'm such a look, man, people are still dying and people are still sick and suffering out there. It's hot out there to be homeless. I did it. I know that shit. Like, man, I will help you. I will do whatever I can. I promise you, I will get you where you need to be, whatever that happens to look like.
Absolutely.
I don't judge when it comes, however you have to recover, whatever it takes, man. I want to be a part of that if I can be. We don't have to suffer anymore, man.
Man.
Recovery is real, man. We do recover, and listen.
And we don't have to recover quietly anymore.
No, we don't, and it's no judgment. There's no judgment here, man. I will come in and I will pull you out the trenches myself if I got to.
Amen.
Just come on, man.
Let's
Don't
go.
die. Don't die.
And our last thing, you have a powerful story, and I can't express my gratitude for you coming on and being vulnerable and sharing everything with us. But hopefully right now someone is listening to this and relates. What are some words of inspiration you would leave them with?
Stay safe, man. Stay safe, and look, give hope a chance. Give recovery a chance. If it don't work, it's still out there. Just give us a chance. Let us plead our case, man. Come try it firsthand. If you don't like it, that shit's still there. But if you're not ready, please stay safe. Don't die out there, man.
Yeah.
When I did a lot of education, I used to tell people all the time, I said, listen, man, all I want you to do is give this an honest chance for a year. Give it an honest chance for a year. And if at the end of the year you pick up that year chip and you don't like it, I'll go buy you a bag of dope myself.
Bro, I will.
You still liking it.
7 years,
You still liking it.
baby.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's got to be like there's got to be a time limit. Like if you quit, you already 5 years in, you don't get that bag no more.
You already proved you love it.
Statute of limitations.
You already proved you love it. You got to change that year chip in that day. Listen, we appreciate it, Ronnie. We have gotten to your least favorite time of the episode, man.
All right, bro. Oh my God. Thank you so much for sharing that. That was truly powerful. I felt the hurt and pain way over here, but God gonna take care of that.
I believe that.
Lindsay, it was Lindsay.
Lindsay,
come home. Call home, baby. Come on now. God gonna take care of it. He's shown you time and time again.
Too much. I'm too blessed.
So, yes, ma'am. From the bottom of our heart, the Built by the Red Stick family, we appreciate you being vulnerable and intimate with us and allowing us on that journey with you today. That was a tough one.
Absolutely.
To all my people that's out there still struggling, mental health struggles, please reach out to us. We're showing up week in and week out to be resourceful for you. If anybody heard your story and they related to it and they feel your pain and they need some help, how can they find you?
Man, you can get me on Facebook, Rebecca Turner. You can get me, call the Hope Center and ask for me. Just listen, I'm out there, so you can I will help you. I will get you. We'll get you sorted, man.
She locked into the Built by the Red Stick now. If you call us, we'll get you in touch with her.
Yes, absolutely. She part of the army now. You can find us on every platform.
All of
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, Kick, Patreon. Whether you built by Patreon.com. You can email us at builtbytheredstick@gmail.com. You can leave us a message on our website, builtbytheredstick.com. We here. We're leaving y'all literally no excuse.
You can get him personally?
Yeah, you can get me personally. Ronnie LeDuff on Facebook. You can get him personally. Michael Axelrod Oakley on Facebook. I just shared my number all over Facebook. The post got like over 1,600 shares. We putting ourselves out there.
Yeah.
It's no reason for you to suffer in silence. It's no reason for you to be alone. Allow us to love you until you can learn to love yourself. Until then, we'll be back at the same time, at the same place, with the same producer. Built by the Red Stick. Built by adversity, led by courage.
We love y'all.
Built by the Red Stick, you can't tell me nothing. Built by adversity, led by